Breaking news, CNN has learned that Jared Kushner is the high-level transition official who directed the former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn to contact the Russian ambassador. Flynn pleaded guilty to lying about the FBI about his contacts with then Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak, becoming the fourth Trump campaign official to be charged, the first to have served inside the White House, the second to plead guilty. Flynn has agreed to a plea deal and is cooperating with special counsel Robert Mueller, raising new questions tonight about who will be charged next. Congressman Denny Heck is out front. He is a member of the House Intelligence Committee conducting its Russia investigation. And Congressman, I appreciate your time. What's your reaction to Flynn's guilty plea today?
It's epic. I don't think there's any exaggerating it. In a town that runs on spin, there's no way to make hyperbole out of this. It speaks for itself. We are now down to one thin membrane at most between this plea deal between General Flynn and Director Mueller and the President of the United States.
That's a pretty, that's a major statement to make, one thin membrane away. Do you believe at this point that this could go to the Oval Office?
It's already at the Oval Office. General Flynn served as the National Security Advisor. That's one of the most sensitive and most important positions in the entire federal government. So it's already been at the White House.
We are learning about Jared Kushner. We're learning he's the senior level transition official who actually directed Flynn to make contact with the Russian ambassador. As you know, his associates are trying to say, oh, it was a small group, others were involved, trying to imply that he was not alone in doing this. But what do you think happens to Jared Kushner?
Well, the thing I'd really like to see happen to Jared Kushner is that he get back before the House Select Committee on Intelligence, because I certainly would like to ask some follow-up questions in light of this new evidence. So the fact of the matter is, way back in March, when we asked General Flynn to come before the Intelligence Committee, he asked for immunity. It was denied. And at the time, his lawyer said, he's got a story to tell, and he really wants to tell it. Yeah. Well, now he's in a position to tell it.
And so do you have any indication from him as to whether he will do that in light of his cooperation with Bob Mueller?
Sure, I think it's written all over the plea bargain deal. The truth of the matter is, Erin, I think if you were to drive down 1300 Pennsylvania Avenue tonight about 3 a.m., you'd probably see a lot of lights on.
How much farther do you think this goes, Congressman? There are some who say, look, we're almost at the end. If the biggest charge they have on Flynn is lying to the FBI about a call to the Russian ambassador that we already knew he lied about, that's not that bad. They say
Erin, wait a minute. It's
so
a felony. He's a felon. He's a felon, punishable by up to 5 years in jail. Please don't say it's not that big a deal. He is now an admitted felon.
Yes.
So there are two things about investigations that are timeless and universal. Number one is it's the cover-up that'll get you, not the underlying crime. And the second is follow the money. We've yet to go down that trail, but I suspect this is the beginning of that.
Do you have concern, though, that to the American people, if it is the cover-up and that there is no crime, no collusion with the Russians, that will be very difficult to sell to an already extremely divided American public?
Prima facie, there has been collusion. It's hiding in plain sight, whether it's all the way back to that June meeting in Trump Tower with Don Jr. and the Russian national representative, or right up into today, and the indication that General Flynn was directed to make contact with the Russian ambassador and engage in what was illegal activity.
All right, Congressman Heck, I appreciate your time. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
And next, Trump and the